Hello and welcome back to Coding with T. Today we're going to start the Flutter web course. This course is not going to be a simple course. I know you have heard about the Flutter web before with a lot of curiosity and questions. But after this course, you will not be left with any questions, but be a confident Flutter web developer. We are not going to only cover the concepts that are very common in your mind, but we're going to also cover the concepts that you not might even heard of and important while we're going to develop any applications in the Flutter web. So this course is going to be very informative, and course like that is not easily available on YouTube. Mostly people are looking for some specific state management and also some specific application, but this is a world here. We have lot of applications, we have lot of state managements. So not going to worried about the state managements and also about which application we are going to create. You will definitely be able to learn multiple concepts because this course is based on 55 plus videos, and definitely we're not only going to talk about the e-commerce and also not going to only talk about some specific state management. So without skipping this, make sure to watch what we are going to achieve and how we are going to achieve because it's going to be a fun. So without wasting time, let's head towards the demo and what we are going to create and learn in this course. Okay, so our application is running. After a loader, we have our login screen because user is logged out. We are going to manage the states definitely. So the first thing before going to go for the responsiveness, because most of the people are worried about what is going to be responsiveness and how we're going to tackle that. There's a concept called navigations and routings. We have to handle this in the browsers while working with the Flutter web. So this is a concept that we're going to achieve in this course. At the top, you can see this is called URL strategy that we're going to learn. We're going to go to cover each and every routing concept, hash strategy, URL strategy, and how we can pass the variables in the URL. And there are a bunch of other things. After routing and navigation, the favorite topic of all, which is responsiveness. And currently, we're in the desktop screen. Now you can see we are in the tablet, nothing changed. But in the mobile, you can see this is going to be look like this. But when we're going to go to the large screen, which is the desktop screen, it is in the center. If I'm going to log in after a loader, our dashboard is loading and you can see the dashboard in front of us. And if we are going to talk about the responsiveness, let's change it. To check the responsiveness, you can see these four cards are in a one row and we have the sidebar over here. We have a search at the top. And if I'm going to go for the tablet mode, first of all, you can see in the desktop, different screen sizes. The design is responsive. It is adjusting itself. Then in the tablet, it changed. The sidebar goes over here. We have the sidebar as a drawer. We have app bar at the top with the header and we have these options. Then the layout of the main body is now also changed. Now let's go further to the mobile. And this is how it is going to look like in the mobile. And you can see four cards are stacked. We have weekly sales, recent orders, order status. Everything is now in the vertical order and everything is working fine. We have the sidebar. And to test other things, let's open the products. It is loading the products and we have the products in the mobile. We have search at the top. We have add products. Let's search for some product. You can see search is working fine. After that, we can select toggle everything. Everything is working fine. To see all other details, we have a scroll bar down below. And if you are moving toward the tablet mode, you can see this is how it is going to look like in the tablet, and in the full screen or in the desktop, we have the sidebar intact again, and we have that products table over here. And this is how we're going to tackle the responsiveness. After that, we're going to work on the admin management. If you go to the profile, you can see all the app name, last name, email, which is static. We have to learn how we can register the admin, what is the role of the admin. We will definitely assign the roles to the users. Likewise, in the customers, you can see we have all the details over here of each customer. If I'm going to go to the logout screen, you can see the login, and in this we have email and password. To log in, we do not have any option to register because admin should be created at first, and then super admin responsibility is to create other users. Then we have the remember me to toggle, forget password. We can send the forget password email. Everything is working. Let's try to log in back in. If you want to test this application, you can use these same credentials, email and password, and you have to head towards this link. And at this link, you will be able to use this email, use this password to log in. So click on sign in. We have a loader at first. After that, it is going to load all the data for us, weekly sales, order status, everything. You can hover over the sales. We are going to learn these two type of graphs. Then we have the recent orders down below. Then if we again going to talk about the tables, which are something like that. And in the tables, we are not going to learn only one concept, but we are going to see what is a simple table in Flutter Web, what is data table, what is data table 2, and how we can implement a paginated data table. You can see with these options, we have to learn each and every concept. We will create a reusable widget or a reusable data table widget using which we will be able to easily pass our rows and columns, and based on that we will have our own data table. We can handle all the designing at one place, and by this way we will be able to access the similar design throughout of our table. Then we have search at the top. We can sort each and everything. We can sort the stock, the pricing, the product. Okay, after that, we are going to talk about the media section because it is a separate media section in which we're going to talk about the media. We're going to handle all the images, all the files, videos, whatever you want to handle inside the media at one place. And in this section, we are going to learn how to upload one single image, how to upload multiple images like this. You can drop images over here. If I open this image, you can see we have that selected image over here. And based on these folders, we can upload this image in any of these folders. And the reason to do this, because we are using Firebase as a backend. And in the Firebase, the expensive operation is to reads and writes. Now, as a developer or as a database engineer, you have to focus on reducing the number of reads and reducing the number of writes. And to avoid that, what we have done, instead of loading all the images at first and display all the images to the user, let's say user only wants to access the brands and he's not interested in accessing the categories, products at this time. So we are only going to load the brands, and at the bottom you can see we are only going to load first 20 images of the brands. So you will also see that how this load more is going to extract data from the Firebase. So first of all, if you want to upload the image, let's click on this. You have to select your specific category. I'm going to select it as a banners. All the banners are loaded down below, and let me click on upload. Yes, we want to upload it in the banners. Click on upload again. You can see this nice animation, and once uploaded you will see that it is going to be removed from here and will display right next to the banners. And you can see that section is gone. We have that specific image over here. We can close the uploaded images, and if you want to go to the products, it is going to display first 20 products. As you can see now, when I'm going to click on the load more, it is going to load more 20 products. So by this way we are going to save the extra reads and writes. And if you want to view this image, let's click on it. You can view the image in large mode. You can delete this image, copy the image URL, and you will be also able to add more metadata if you want once everything is loaded. And also we are going to use an approach in which we once load all these images, then if we, let's say, go to the banners and we have a create new banner, click on it, and we are going to change the image, you can see all those 20 products are being displayed as a bottom sheet. So this is a bottom sheet. You can close this. You can again open this one. You have a close button over here as well, add button. You can add images directly into these folders. Let's again select the banners. You can see those banners are already loaded. We added this new banner, click on add, and you can see that banner straight away. So we're also going to learn in the media that how you can create a reusable bottom sheet that will be displayed in all the forms, and you will be easily create select single or multiple images. As if we go to the products, click on add product, and in here you can see we have a thumbnail image. If I'm going to select this, and in here, let's say this is the list of products or the images that we have, and I can only select one image from here, right? Because thumbnail should be only one image. So in this case, I am selecting this one, click on add. That thumbnail is now appeared here. But for the additional product images, let's click on this, and this time you can see I can select multiple images, click on add. You have all the images over here. Let's delete these. Now we only have three images. By clicking on this plus again, you can see only these three images are already selected, and you can also add those images directly over here. You can also load more. Close this one. Then you have the brands, categories. To add a product, we have two type of products. The first one is the single product, in which we have the stock, pricing, and discounted price, and the product attributes, which are optional. And for the variable product, adding attributes are mandatory. So if we go back and select the product which has the attribute, let's say this one, you can see it is a variable product, and we do not have direct pricing of this one, but as the attribute name, which is colors, attribute sizes is like green, yellow, blue, we have to separate it with this line. And based on that, we're going to extract these attributes as color, green, black, red, size, 30, 32, and 34. And based on these two things, we generate the variations which contains their own image, stock, price, discounted price, and description. Let's say this is a color green, size 34. This is its image, its own stock and pricing. This is again size 32, color black, then size 34, color black. So everything you can see this stock is 0, means this cannot be added by the user while selecting because the stock is now out, and we have the discounted price over here. But for the first variation, we have the discount of $122.6. So this is how you can create the products and variations. You can assign your own brands, you can assign the categories. To add the brands, you can simply go over here, and in the brands, you can see each brand has its own category. So they have only one category currently. You can make these brands as featured, not featured. Click on create new brand, add brand, select the categories you want. Again, select any image that you want to display. For that, you can open the brand images. Let's add the brand over here, make it featured or unfeatured. And by this way, you can create the brand, edit the brand, delete any item from the row. If you want to visit the categories, these are the categories. You have to select the parent category. Let's say I'm going to create a category of football, and as a parent, I'm going to select it as sports. Now, this will be able to display once the user is going to select sports inside application, which is the e-commerce app that we already created. You can watch that, and I'll drop the link in the description of that course as well, which is easily available on YouTube. When the user is going to select the sports brand or the sports category, he will be able to see the football category as a subcategory in it. Then brands are going to be displayed to the user, and each brand will have their products. Then if you want to see the products inside the app, as you can see, we have different products, and all the products will be displayed to the user based on the brand and also the categories. Then in the home, we are going to add all these banners, and these banners are going to be redirected to specific redirect screen, because when I'm going to click on create new banner in here, let's say I want to redirect user to the store screen. Whenever this specific banner is going to be selected, so let's open this. We are going to display this banner, make it active, and also we are going to redirect user to the store or maybe search when this banner is going to be selected. So this is how we're going to work with the banners. Then we have orders. Now this order is shipped, this is delivered, pending. Let's open this order, and you can see we have two items in the order, date when the order is placed, two items. This is the ID of the order. We have status shipped, delivered, cancelled, processing, and pending. Then this is the total of the order. We have one quantity, price of one individual item. This is a quantity, this is a total of that product. This is again a price. Two is the quantity, and total is 1998. Then we have subtotal, discount, shipping, and tax. And to calculate the shipping and tax, we have the settings for the admin. If you go to the settings, you can see we can assign the tax, like tax rate is 0.05%, shipping cost is 500, and if someone is going to place the order above 2000, then the shipping will be free. You can change the app name, you can select your own app. Let's select this logo of coding with T, and you can see the loader. It is going to take time, and that logo is now appeared over here as well. And also the app setting is now updated. Same way, the admin can manage his own picture, app name, phone number, and all the things which is required. In the customers, you can see all the detail of the customer, its image, name, email, phone number of that customer, then registration date. We have the actions to view details and delete this user. If I'm going to click on this one or click on this one, you will see the detail of that customer, how many orders he placed, how many total orders, and the amount he spent, last order register, shipping address, average date, country, phone number, and rest of the things that you want to lead. You again, if you want to view the order from here, you can view the order like contact person, shipping and billing is empty, payment method, and rest of the things, that which product he ordered, what is the quantity, what is the status of that order, and everything like that. So this is what we are going to create and we are going to learn in this e-commerce admin panel. We are going to cover a lot of concepts. Okay, now it's time to learn that how we are going to create all those things and what is the roadmap and how we're going to cover this complete course. Okay, you can call it playlist overview or the roadmap. In this roadmap, we're going to cover the sections. First of all, let's talk about these sections. The first section that we're going to learn is the configuration and setup. After that, we are going to move toward routing. This is basically routing and navigations, means how we can add URL schemes, strategies, hashing strategies, different things. Then we are going to talk about responsive designs. We're going to create reusable designs and layouts, sidebars, headers, everything inside this responsive design. After that, we have the admin management, registering admin, manage the states, keep that admin logged in even though the browser is closed. So these are the things that are tricky and not easily available on YouTube. After that, we are going to explore the tables, all the different type of tables, then dashboard, managing media, design screens, backend logic, and then definitely we're going to publish this application. So if you go to the details, the first section is the configuration and setup. In this, we are going to learn the current video, as you can see, which is the course overview video currently going on. That's fine. The next is to create a web project, set up dependencies, and how we are going to follow the professional folder structure. Then we're going to understand the basics of getX state management. Then the third video is to understand the getX state management. Because we are going to use the getX, it does not mean that you also need to follow the same getX state management. If you want to use any other getX state management, then you can definitely grab the different concepts like routing, responsive design, exploring tables, admin management, dashboard, adding media, all the things, not depending upon the state management. But because we are using the getX as a state management, then we are definitely going to talk about the getX basics, all the concepts. It's going to be very easy. Then definitely we're going to integrate the Firebase with the Flutter web so that we can use the Firebase inside our application. Then we're going to talk about the routes. In the routing, we're going to talk about the basics, understanding what is routing, why we need to even create a separate section, advanced routing techniques, navigation, data passing, hashing strategy, how we can implement and pass the data inside the URL. And based on those IDs, we will be able to extract the data. Likewise, if we use the referrals, you mostly see that we have a referral link, and inside the app, you have to use that referral link to open the app, which is also the deep linking. There are definitely a lot of concepts that we're going to learn. Then this is a very important section, which is the responsive design, which we're going to talk about the responsive layouts, a layout builder. We're going to create three types of layouts: desktop, tablet, mobile. And again, these are going to be reusable. We have to only create once. By watching this specific section, you will be able to create your reusable widgets. And once created, you just have to focus on creating your main body, right? Then we're going to design the responsive header, the responsive sidebar, and again a reusable widget. So we do not have to create them again and again. Then if we talk about the admin management, in the admin management, we're going to learn login design screens, the template, reset password, forget password, and also we're going to learn that how you can create and manage roles inside your admin panel. Then you're also going to learn a logic which is not easily accessible because we have to keep the user or keep the admin logged in even though the browser is closed. So you have to learn that techniques as well. Then, as I already talked about the data tables, we are going to first cover the static data table and the dynamic data table difference with what is the benefits and features of data table 2 package, why we need to use a simple data table, what is even a table widget in the Flutter web, and then the data table. And after that, what is data table 2, why do we even need the data table 2 package that we are going to use, and how we can implement pagination, search, sorting using these packages, and what are the best things to be followed. And again, we are going to generate the reusable widgets so that you do not have to be worried about these concepts while creating your main designs or working with the backend, right? So after that, we are going to master designing the dashboard. You will learn to design the responsive cards using the responsive strategies that we are going to create in the third section. We will learn the bar graph. We will design that bar graph. We will learn the pie chart, or you can call it donut chart. Then definitely recent orders. After that, this is going to be very informative. The media content, because all the media will be handled at one place. You do not have to be worried about which packages you want to use, how to handle, how to fetch one image, multiple images, how to upload them. You just have to create one specific utility for the media, and once created, you can use that utility in multiple applications. You will learn that why we are not able to see Flutter Firebase images inside our Flutter web, and also how we can enable them. What is CORS to enable those cores? Only then we will be able to view all the images, fetch and display images from Firebase storage, manage and upload local images to Firebase. Then once we have all these logics and required things created, now we can easily design all the rest of the screens based on those techniques and strategies once these screens are created. And then we are going to move towards the backend logic. Then we are going to make sure that we have to implement all those screens with the backend. Once all the backend and every logic is completed, then lastly we're going to move towards the deployment, and we're going to learn how we can first create all the applications in the Flutter web. Once the application is created in the Flutter web, how we can host that application using Firebase hosting, and we can use the URLs. We can easily create our own domains as well to display a proper professional way to open our URLs, right? So this is what we have to cover in the whole course. Make sure to watch the complete videos. Do not skip any of them, because if you skip the base, then you might not be able to extract that. Okay, now if you want to download this complete code, which is already available on codingwitht.com, you just have to open this, go to the shop, select your desired product that you want to download. You can easily get the complete code. All the instructions will be there in the readme.md file. I will also attach all the setup videos, or you can call it a video documentation, and textual documentation will be there when you're going to download that product. So the link will be available in the description. I will drop the complete course link in the description. Okay, now before closing this video, make sure to like and subscribe this, and also if you have any question, you can ask me in the comments below. And if you're not going to subscribe this, you might not be able to get the notifications, and make sure to on the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of the new videos when we're going to upload them of this playlist, and also for the upcoming playlist. Once again, thank you for watching, and hopefully you will enjoy this series. See you in the next video. Thank you and take care.